On the left-hand side, we got the members of Team Training Wheels. And yes, your eyes are not mistaken. Please do not adjust your monitors. We do have a Probius in this game, and we're going to highlight that immediately. Hold on. We have Kimdoria. Kimordia. There we go. I think that's better how you say it. Kimordia is going to be on the Probius. Oh, come on. Why you do this to me? Friokia, I think is going to be on the Maev. We have, we're going to go with My Saracen is going to be on the Stitches. We have Taco Cat, and I've said that one backwards, is going to be on the Ana, and we have Ramen going to be on the Malthael. On the right-hand side, we got the members of Team Happy Cloud. We're going to be having Red House going to be on the Arthas, and bottom lane we have Delta on the Ariel, What a Pal going to be on the Falstead, Galaxy Quest going to be on the Gul'dan, and Brett Michaels will be on the Joanna. Let's go ahead and get onto this. Yes, Probius indeed. I had to tag Cat Peach in my Discord to make sure that she knew that there's a Probius game happening on stream. Bandits all tuckered out. Bahamas parents wore him out. Yeah, we actually went for a walk like immediately before this before the stream too, and he was all pumped about that. Every time I see Team Training Wheels play Probius, it's a new player on it. Really? That's interesting. That's news, because I feel like I didn't get to catch much of Team Training Wheels this season, which is unfortunate, because I know some of the, like, I know, like, Taco Cat's a name that I definitely know coming out from them. I think the Malthael player, yeah, Ramen as well, as I think is a player that I've casted before for them. But Taco Cat, I mean, how do you forget a name that's spelled the same way as backwards as it is spelled forward? Sorry. I chugged way too much tea, as we do have the hook going out from these Stitches, and you will be able to grab the Falstad right there, but they have the barrel roll to get right out, and they'll be fine for now. We also do see that Falstad going into the Hammering at level 1, that Gathering Storm. They're going to be stacking that up and doing their best to try and get as much power out as possible, as we do have our Vision Controller set up, as we can do that here in this game. Hook going to be coming out onto Galaxy Quest, but they also have a nice Attaining Strike to force them back right there. I would be expecting that as the late game does progress, that Gust will be a huge utilization to make sure that they save some of these members from maybe those hooks that are going to be coming out, or if there's maybe a Gorge target to maybe force back the enemy team or something along those lines so that they don't lose out a member. But this will be charged so far in favor for Team Training Wheels, as they will be holding over bottom lane fairly effectively. Like, this bottom lane is a little difficult for them to be working their way onto, as Brett Michaels is looking for the angle onto this Joanna, but they just can't seem to find their way into the point, as they'll be controlling it for now, and the charge is going over above 50% in just a second here. Let's jump into the top lane really quickly, as Ramen and Red House are going to be having a great back and forth. Red House steps onto the corner of this. They do stop the channel for now. Back into bottom lane. They will be staying on this point because they don't want to allow any channel to go over to the opposing side, as Malthael has forced off Red House for now. And Team Training Wheels, so far pretty strong in the early game right now. We'll see if that does hold out as the game does progress, or if the scaling from Gul'dan, Arthas, as well as the Falstad will be too much. Also to note, we do have the Bonds of Justice from that Maev, so she's going to be able to try and get a couple of those multi-Umbro binds onto some players to be able to get, I believe it's cooldown reduction onto that? It's cleave damage as well as it's pull damage. Okay, there's no cooldown reductions. It's just damage and damage and damage. Hello, I just got back from a run. Hello, Probius. Oh no, Probius went wrong build. Oh no, Cat Peach. Captain Wood, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that, my friend. Thank you for the support. I really appreciate that, as we get into these game number 1 of this best of 3 series, and we have a first. The first game has a Probius. I think we're already set in our best of 3 series. That's all we need right there. But this is going to be gathering minerals for said Probius at level 1, and we do see the turbocharged at level 4. Me being a Probius noob, I'm gonna have to kind of bank on these actually to figure out what the boy is doing, because I don't play enough Probius to know these off the top of my head. So it's just more damage and cloaked units. And I don't think they have anything for cloaking, so I don't think that they don't really need to worry about that per se. I typically like to go the one that does the explosions onto the giant orbs that I can't think of the name for Probius. Hold on, let's cheat here a little bit. Warp Rift, there we go, that makes sense. The thing that they actually summon. Yo, 8-bit output, thank you so much for using your Twitch Prime here. Thank you for supporting the channel and subbing, and glad that you're enjoying the stream, and you got yourself some great emotes, and you got yourself a nice little gilded beard for chat as well. We are approaching our 7 talent tiers for both these teams. Let's go ahead and cycle through some of the other numbers, as we have not gotten a chance to look at those just yet. And Arthas will be 1 stack away from the Frostmourne Hungers, I do believe, at level 1 right there. And the hook goes out, but unfortunately, the Stitches will not be able to grab a unit, or I guess grab a hero. They will be able to grab just one of the units in lane. Who doesn't have a questing talent? There we go, Ariel doesn't. Falstad going to be flying into the top lane. They don't have 10 talents here, but I think they're looking to dive onto Ramen. Unfortunately, Ramen will be able to just get right through them with the Wraith Strike, and yeah, that's going to be them just back off. They'll be able to grab their well, and they're back into lane. Easy peasy. I don't know how to use emotes, but thank you. Well, either way, you got yourself a nice little gilded beard, and thank you so much for supporting the channel and using your Twitch Prime here. I really do appreciate that. You've got a lot of choices in your subs. Thanks for using yours here. 7 talent tier will be in favor for the members of, I was going to say Team Rainbow Strike Go, but it's going to be Team Training Wheels, and Team Happy Cloud not too far behind as well, as they do pick up their 7s as well. And this is going to be Gul'dan in bottom lane, going to be trying to push back all this pressure right now, as Brett Michaels will be doing their best as well on top of it. Look at all those emotes in chat. Yes, there we go. What a pal, Brand Flakes, Cat Peach, thank you all. Wait, what a pal, how are you typing and also in game? No, it's yeah, memes. Thanks for coming by. I'm glad you're checking out the matches here. We do have our second beacon phase activating here, and we are going to be getting another Zerg wave potential coming up for both these teams. And looking into top lane, looks like Red House is going to be forced back a little bit. This is actually going to be a little, in late game, this is going to be a little terrifying. And I say that because I'm expecting last rites, and if you can whittle down the Arthas below half health, then obviously the last rites will be using said missing health as the damage up against the team. So maybe that's where they start to turn around. Who knows? I mean, this honestly could be a pick Gorge composition. They just whittle them down through those Gorge and the massive hooks, excuse me, hook and Gorge combos, and just pulling them behind the enemy lines. And I don't think that'll be the case. The hooks haven't been like massively devastating, and I'm not trying to talk bad about the Stitches player by any means, but it's one of those things that if you just can't get those hooks and they're just posturing and they're constantly moving around and shuffling, it's so difficult to just find the angles, and they're just playing within their own mini waves. This is just a smart move coming out from the members of Team Happy Cloud. And Spooky Worms in chat, hell yeah. This series has some really funny stuff. I'm glad. Does Baja actually have 6 arms? Yes, I do. Malthea will be picked off in the top lane. That actually will be first blood of the game right there. 6 minutes into the game, we get our first blood. Tame strike into the wall right there from Delta as well. Nice angle onto that. Sleep Dart going to be coming out from the Ana. Taco Cat making sure that they're going to be slowing down and not putting out that damage as they do step forward onto that. Porky, how you doing, bud? I told Goliath to quote me in the hype announcement tomorrow, and I said Happy Cloud will beat Rewind, no doubt. That's a bold statement, sir. I'll be checking out the games tomorrow. I won't be casting any tomorrow, but there's a lot of teams that are going to be playing, and I really want to catch a lot of the games and see who's going to be winning, because I've got my own horses in some of these races. Like, I'm not going to lie. Like, I kind of want Clouded Minds to win. I enjoy watching Weenus play the wrong talents on Asmodan. If that is not the most backhanded compliment if I've ever said, I don't know what is. But we do see the 10 talents here going to be rounding the corner in favor for Team Happy Cloud, and they will be able to utilize this during their siege. Top lane is going to be Galaxy Quest and Ramen going back and forth, and I think they're banking on getting the last rights to try and finish out Galaxy Quest. But Galaxy Quest, oh wait, Sindragosa was picked up as well. I don't want to miss to hear last rights snap pick. They're trying to drain the health and deny this right now. Horrify forces them off, and that was a great disengage. Sindragosa did come out from them as well in this bottom lane, as Whatapal will be going down, or excuse me, Whatapal will be finding a kill onto the Maiev. And now the Zerg wave is still pushing in. Hook did go out, and it is going to be Future Bile from the Stitches as well, so they're not going to be going for the Hook Gorge combo to pull them behind the enemy lines and blow them up. Rip Weenus? No, I say that because I love him. He knows it too. Like, I told him about it. I was like, I hope it doesn't like I hope it doesn't come across as like super mean. He's like, no, like, I enjoy that you mock me when you cast me. He's like, Nullgate? I know I missed that, but Nullgate. Okay. Okay. Some of these picks are spicy. I agree, Kaimo. I agree very much. They do check the boss right there, and I don't think... Okay, so they are going to be showing right there, and they do see them on this Maiev, and so they're going to get some pings out as well. Do they re-engage onto that? They have the Warden's Cage up and available if they can get their way into this, and do they just... The question is, do they pop it? Nano boost on the Malthael, they gust it away and say, nope, nope, we don't want to deal with it. And I love the gust being held just for that. They just disengage, they say it's not worth it, we don't need you, goodbye. Nullgate can actually work well with Maiev, keeps folks in her get her sweet damage out. Hook goes out, Joanna goes down. That's going to be Red House in a bit of a rough spot as well. Do they have another slam from Stitches? Future Bile was used, but Fan and Knives will be able to get the kill. I say this is a quick boss call from the members of Team Training Wheels. I mean, it's 13 seconds, 20 seconds. I think that they could have quickly gotten boss. Horrify is up and available, and you know, there is a Gus on the opposing side, but they did just use it. Seems like they just want to manage their lanes, though. That's really the one thing that they want to do. Protoss over Zerg for sure. Ooh. I was reading chat and I missed the false dead death. My apologies. I've always loved Zerg, but I also love the Heart of the Swarm campaign. Like, out of the 3 campaigns, Heart of the Swarm was just so good. It's such a good campaign. Either way, bottom lane is going to be having these Bruiser camp picked up, and they're going to be pushing in with this. Brett Michaels will be able to get the clear onto it, and then Galaxy... Do they? Okay. They want to go for boss, or at least deny boss, it looks like. Oh, they're going to be losing Ford over this. Horrify is up and available. They're going to be stepping on. That's going to be the Horrify used right there. That was also going to be the Vault of the Warden, but they used the Gust as well. That's going to be another member onto the point. Malthael goes down. They steal away the boss, and that's going to be so much damage onto the Stitches, who just eats it, and they go down as well. 3 for none as they... Do they lose their fort? Catapult actually doing most of the work right there. That's going to be the Raven turning around. Right, Raven? I think it's a Raven. Heart of the Swarm ruined it for me? Really radically dreaming. I heard people say that Legacy of the Void ruined it for them. Raven is right. Thank you, Starcaller. I always, like, all of my friends, like, all said that they did not like Legacy of the Void. As Ektar is going to be hosting over 22 people, and I'm talking about a completely different game. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you for the raid. Welcome, everyone, from Ektar stream. We are getting some casted games in this evening. Thank you for bringing over Brood War is the only StarCraft. That is, I mean, I actually want to go back and replay that remaster that they put out. Shout out. Thank you so much, Cat Peach, for doing the shout out for Ektar right there. But thank you for bringing over all of your friends. I hope you had a wonderful stream. What were you streaming? Oh snap, I'm here for some good ass hots. Absolutely. Gus will be coming out. That's going to be the null gate onto Red House, who's going to be just sitting in that and just slowed down. That's going to be a nice rumble bind as well. They get the pick onto the Arthas from the Probius with that warp gate as they also find themselves a Gul'dan. Crystal Aegis will be used onto the Ariel themselves as the Zerg wave comes through, and I think they might have been banking on some of that damage, but Ariel goes down. They might have jumped up in this top lane a little bit too fast on the side of Team Happy Cloud as Team Training Wheels will wipe out 3 members. Oof. And meanwhile, in bottom lane, a giant Ultralisk will be summoning waves of these Hydralisks and Lings. Wings of Liberty was quite hard, but rewarding. Heart of the Swarm was so easy. Legacy of the Void was just right. You know, Zergy, I agree with you on Wings of Liberty and Heart of the Swarm. Heart of the Swarm was pretty easy, and I think that's why I enjoyed it quite a bit, because it was just very, very... I was just like, I want to play this purely for story. Like, I don't want to, like, macro things. Like, I just want to... You said it, Probius. I just want to be able to, like, highlight a bunch of units, push them into the enemy's base, and progress the story. So yeah, absolutely. I casted Uncomfortably Numb versus Deviled Kegs. That match is already over? I mean, no spoilers, obviously, but thank you for hosting everyone from that match. I'm glad you picked it up. I'm glad they got casted, because I know that was, like, the one match that wasn't being casted this evening. And thanks for bringing over everyone after here. Probius Assassin back. Gus going to be coming out onto Brett Michaels, or at least to help them out. But Malthael is able to use the Race Strike to get back onto this point. They do end up stealing this away in favor for the members of Team Training Wheels. And meanwhile, on the right-hand side, Gul'dan goes down. Red House in a bit of a rough spot. Falls dead with the barrel roll through, but they don't have another Gust. They're going to throw another Hammering. Going to be trying to throw out as much damage as possible. Maybe get a turnaround kill, and that will be Malthael going down. The last rates go out, but I don't think it gets the kill that they're looking for. And they just disengage. A 1-for-1 trade. Actually, I think they might have lost another. I think it was Gul'dan and wasn't it one other who went down, or was it just the trade? Now I'm blanking out. Either way, I think it's a 1-for-1 as we get into this. Probius dropping some knowledge. Yeah, exactly, Siege. Umbra Bind will be finished out by the Maiev there as well. And I believe this is an uncapped quest. I think this, it caps, but the bonus damage doesn't uncap. Like, I think you can get to 11. I know we talked about this in chat before, but I can't remember how it worked. We'll see. We're gonna keep Maev's highlighted right there, as we also do have the vision picked up from them, and they are gonna be throwing. I think they did see the Blessed Hammer coming out from the Jauna, so they're like, you know what? Let's back up. Let's not try and step up onto the enemy team, as the next beacon phase is gonna be opening up in just a second. We'll have our 16 talent tier here, and then we'll try and bank off the fight right there. And we do see, let's see, Falstead. We know that Falstead's back at core, and they don't know this. They're going to back up a little bit. They just want to play this slower, a little bit safer. Not going to be trying to step too far up into this engagement, but 16 to 16, just a second. Beacons are going to be activating. They rotate down into bottom lane. Let's actually cycle through some of the other numbers. We'll take a peek at the full 16s in just a second here. I would assume it's the standards. But either way, we do see our beacon phase opening up. We do have the top lane siege camp coming in here as there's a fight breaking out. A whole lot of damage going to be coming out from that Gul'dan, as we also do see the Umbral binds as, yeah, it does uncapped right there, as we also have the Warden's Cage just locking down so many members. Ana goes down below us as the Delta is able to make it out alive. The chase around this map, and I can't believe it, they're going to be able to pick up 3 kills. They only lose their Ana right there. Detainment Strike from the RLs, Galaxy Quest and Delta are a little bit low. And as I noted before, yeah, so it's going to be uncapped. Oh, it doesn't show the correct numbers, does it? I wonder if I do. Hold on, let's if we do this, does it show the correct numbers? Yeah, so it does show it right there. Okay. Cage Nullgate is an interesting combo. I kind of like it. Starcaller, I agree. Like, Catpeach was actually the one who was saying that, because I was like, I don't know how I feel about this Nullgate, and Catpeach was like, well, those two comboed has a lot of value, and so far we're seeing that happen in game number 1. I absolutely agree with what Catpeach had said, and I'm, you know, if she comes into chat and she's spouting some Probius knowledge, I would be assuming that it's right. Hoping. Either way. Thank you all for hanging out. I really do appreciate the support, as we are going to be trying to push for that Twitch partner, trying to push up that average, but we do see ourselves grabbing a blue Zerg wave, or at least a Zerg wave in favor for the blue team, and Team Training Wheel is going to be trying to push this in. Can they end the game with it? It's 15 minutes in, so it's scaled up quite a bit. They don't have a ton that they need to worry about per se. They've got one Ultralist that will push pretty effectively on its own, but if there's no core on the enemy side, there's nothing to really worry about. I feel like it saves the same, it serves the same as Nullgate plus Butcher. Lock the enemy, DPS goes wild, question marks profit. Absolutely, Catpeach. I think that's the truth right there. That is going to be Sindragosa coming out, and they're going to be stepping further forward into the lane. Horfire goes out, and Malthael's the first one to get picked off. So they do have 1 kill right there. That's going to be the Warden's Cage coming out for the Maiev as well. They get the trade into the Arthas, and so that's at least a 1-for-1 right there. They do get these Stitches pick off, and Falstad just going to be throwing out that hammering, getting that last little bit of burst, and they won't be losing their keep. It looks like these Guardians going to be getting a lot of siege damage in, but there's really not a whole lot to deny Gul'dan from being able to step up and get the clear right there, as Probius is going to be forced back with the Echoed Corruption, and they say, oh, hold on, is this the big gust from the Falstad? It actually ends up pushing Taco Cat into the wall, but I think they end up at least getting that 1 kill, while Probius and friends are able to make it out of here alive. And just, you know, Probius just doing Probius things as he's just happily rotating around the map. You know, all your friends just died, and you're just like, oh, it's cool. And Ektar, thank you so much again. I really appreciate the raid. I hope you had a wonderful stream, my friend. NA Gust? I mean, every Gust and NA Gust, depending on what server you're... I don't know. I was doing my best with that one. They do see that they're going to be on this boss right now. We can see the vision for Delta, and they know that there's some members trying to step up onto their side, but I think it's more or less just trying to put on the pressure, as this will be a boss going into the top lane. As noted before, it goes to the most well-defended lane, and this will be, obviously, as you can see, top, because it has more health on the keep, and so on and so forth, as we actually shouldn't be too far off from our announcement for the beacons as well. It's a very, very short cooldown from when the Zerg wave ends to when they actually pop back up. Yo, Galaxy Quest, how you doing in chat? Can they get the 20 talent tier to push in with this as well, is my question. I mean, it's pretty even when it comes to experience between the two teams. Actually, just highlight that really quickly. Oh no, Red House just stepped in that bush. Crystal Aegis does go out. Horfire, I think, was used right there. That will be the Warden's Cage pushing a lot of members within this, and that's going to be Delta taking way too much damage. Ariel, the first one to go down. They do get the kill onto the Ana right there, as they do lose their own Arthas, and this is going to be last rates thrown out onto the Falstad as well. Brett Michaels, so very low, does have the... oh no, they just popped the Iron Skin. I was like, oh, they got their 20 just in time. Unfortunately, that's not the case, and they end up going down. Boss, meanwhile, does get keep, so they trade out 4 kills for a keep. Zergwave is going to be, I think, bottom. Oh no, this is actually a top lane Zergwave on the side of Team Happy Cloud as well. So if they're able to get 100%, this squawks straight into core, which is a little, that's a little on the scary side. 30-second stream delay is a pretty quick response, Bahamut. No, there's no delay. Why would I need a delay, Ektar? I don't know. Apparently my mouth doesn't want to make words tonight, but Ektar, I don't need a delay. Top lane is going to be having these Stitches up there, and we do see the Maiev down in bottom lane, so they're going to be... is this... Yeah, it's replay. Yeah, that's why. Basically goes to Corrin bottom 2. Yeah, in a sense. I mean, they still have to go through the keep, but it's one of those things that, like, there's nothing stopping that Zerg wave besides a couple minions and a couple catapults. But it is 20 talent tier to 20 talent tier. We have 69 nice stacks on that Falstad's Gathering Storm. That's a big thing to highlight for everyone on stream. It's a Falstad, please don't throw out any more hammerings. That is going to be the Null Gate coming out. Arthas is going to be throwing out the Syndragosa, getting that slow, and they did go for the... did they go for the upgrade at level 20 as well? They did, and I was just like, wait a minute, yeah, because there's a lot of slowing coming out. Falstad with a huge gust into the backline, but also that wind tunnel. They do pop the Warren's Cage, putting them into this corner as well, and actually the gust might have backfired a little bit as they just keep fighting underneath the keep right here. Red House going to be going down, and that's going to be 64 seconds under the Arthas. Null Gate coming out from the Probius once again. They did go for the upgrade, which is indefinite. It's indefinite. Big Syndragosa, yeah. Very big Syndragosa. Well, now they're going to be opening up a win condition for themselves as they do also take out this, but that's going to be charge 100% coming down the bottom lane in their favor. This is a bit of a rough spot to be in on the side of Team Happy Cloud as they do have the Maltheo clearing out the top lane. They just don't want to take that risk of potentially losing it to just the siege slowly coming in. But with this might be the end that they're looking for on the side of Team Training Wheels. What a pal is going to be getting, just playing around. This Zerg wave is getting shredded before it really gets much value onto the core, and we're 20 minutes in this game. I thought this would be shredding a lot quicker, but the damage is going to be enough coming out from the members of Team Happy Cloud, and they will deny it, sitting at 64%, 62%. Gul'dan just being slowed by the Null Gate. That's just so annoying. Falstad with the Gust. There's the Wind Tunnel. They're looking at the Maiev, throws the Umbral Bind onto one. That's going to be the Storm Shield out from the Joanna, I believe, as well, and that's going to be Ana being picked off. They find themselves a Maiev as well, and that was a really, really good Gust from the Falstad right there. Didn't cancel. Oh, okay. These Null Gates are so annoying. What's Probius's damage is like really significant as well. I just want to I'm going to pull over to that really quickly. 78,000 on the Probius. That's still so very much. Whoops, I wanted to do this one. We do see the Maltheo being chased right there. They're going to try and dive around here looking for a low health pool hero, but I don't think they're going to be able to get a last rites pick onto one. Maybe, do they? Nope, it's not going to be utilized right there. They also, I just now realized it's on cooldown as well. Looking over at that 25 seconds on it still. Maltheo does buy back in so they can come back into this game. We do see that the bottom lane keep is still very, very low, but they go ahead and jump onto this boss once again as well. Gust is up and available if they do need it. Syndragosa is here as well. This is a bit risky if they're kind of slowly working their way, and they pull out. And I think this is more or less just to pull out the Gust. Syndragosa comes out, and that's not going to connect onto anyone. How far did Syndragosa, did it make it out? Oh, I was trying to see if it made it out to like the mini wave or so. Oh no, it made it out to the bottom lane keep. It made it all the way from over here to all the way over to this keep. That is that double distance, right? Is it double distance? Yeah. It's just ridiculous. I love it. So that's going to be up in 74 seconds. Gust is going to be up in 32. Boss is going to be coming in through the bottom lane as there is still a keep down there. Beacons will activate once again. Falstad and friends will be finishing out the camp on the right-hand side. Or I guess the left-hand side. Good Dragon Boy, yeah. Does Syndragosa does damage to buildings, does it not? I'm not sure if it does damage to buildings. Either way, boss will finish out that keep right there. So both of them are going to be down. So they have two options to end right there. We do see also the demonic circle for the Gul'dan. So if they do want to, if they get into a bit of a rough spot and they can hit that one key quick enough for whatever activatable they choose, it'll be a good way for them to get back in safe away from any sort of fight. Syndragosa is a lady? Oh, I didn't know that. Today I learned. Jinxie Cat, I'm surprised Jinxie Cat never yelled at me because I feel like I called Syndragosa a boy. Syndragosa roots and slows the buildings. That's about it? Okay. Ladies can be good boys. I mean... Blue dragon names ending with Gosa are female, Ghost is male. Huh. Thanks for the, that's good to know actually, Starcaller. What is that? Is that based on like WoW lore or something? Or is that just like, is that like common dragon knowledge? It's WoW lore? Okay, okay. Because I was just like, I wonder like, what is that based off of? Like, yeah, same thing, Carpophilis, just today I learned. Today I learned that Ghost is male and Ghost is female, but we also do have a fight breaking out and Ana's gonna be the first one to go down. Horify comes out, but it's not going to be, It's not going to really hit anyone because I think they got the kills and the people that it was initially going out to. That will be the Warden's Cage coming out for the Maiev, and I think that's just them trying to make themselves get out of here, or at least give them an opportunity to get out of here. But Gul'dan will round the corner and say hello to the poison damage. We also have Falstad throwing in a few more hammerings, and with all this, I think that they just rotate right in. Zendragosa. Going for a flight. just gonna be going off into the space right there, and the GGs are gonna be called out by Taco Cat, and seems like they want to chase down that Probius a bit, but they're gonna turn their sights onto the core, and that's gonna be game number 1 going over to the members of Team Happy Cloud. GG. Well played. See, that lady's such a good boy. All right, let's show stats really quickly. Also, while we have the opportunity, 8-bit output, as well as Ektar, thank you so much for the sub, as well as the raid. I really appreciate the support, my friends. Thank you for bringing over everybody, and thank you for subbing to the channel as we push further and further into our Twitch partner ability, as I almost also knocked tea all over my desk, and that would have been a devastating moment.
Host connection detected. Routing hollow feed now.
Alrighty. Let's go ahead and pull it back. Hello! While Bandit gives you the breakdown, I'm going to go ahead and swap us over to our next match in this best of 3 series. Let's also update the team score so we all know that Team Happy Cloud is up 1 in our best of 3 series. Oh, I got a mustache hair right at my nose. Alright, let's go ahead and get into game number 2 immediately. We wish to publicly declare that we disown Bret Michaels. Oh no! I like these drafts for this next game. But how did we get here? Okay. Pump the brakes there, Kaimo Tripson. Bret Michaels, I still love you.
Prepare yourself for battle, hero.
Kaimo Tripson, not in my opinion. Oh. What is the... Oh, is that? Okay. All right, for everyone at home, let's do this. So, if you're sitting at home, and your name is Kaimo Tripson, and you're wondering how we got to Towers of Doom as our game number 2, don't worry. I have no idea. This is a replay. I don't know any of that information. But I will say this, that's actually a really good point, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if in the... Yo, a Fishy, thank you so much for raiding over. Welcome, everyone, from a Fishy stream. Thank you so much, my friend. I hope you had a wonderful stream. If someone can shout out a Fishy, please, that would be very, very appreciated. What if my name isn't Kaimo Tripson? Oh, no. Oh no, I don't know. What happens? What happens is no. No, but that's actually a really, really good point, because what I should be trying to do is I'm going to mention to the NGS casters, or at least in the caster chat for the mods, maybe like for the Season 8 reporting forms, like maybe they could put in the map bans or something, so at least we could find out the information. I know that there's a way to pull the information. Wait, you baited me. I was wondering how we got here. Yeah, unfortunately, Siege, I don't know. I really don't know, unless someone in chat wants to update us. Like, if maybe one of the players from Team Training Wheels or Team Happy Cloud, they might know. I wanted to learn who won the coin flip so I can ask them their strategy, since we can't seem to win any. Oh, Kaimo Tripson. Oh, Kaimo Tripson. You're so good. All right, everybody, I hope you're ready for it. We got game number 2. Unfortunately, I don't know how we got here. I don't know. I just do what Delta tells me. Checking map bans. Actually, you know what? Let's hold off for a second. Let's see. Delta might have that information for us. I suspect the coin flip was not won by Kaimo. Typically, it's not. Let's see. Team Training Wheels took map pick, I think, for game number 2. Sources tell me Team Training Wheels won coin flip. Took that. Okay, so... Okay. So Team Training Wheels chose Braxis Holdout. Garden of Terror and Warhead Junction were banned out by the League. Followed by Blackheart's Bay and Haunted Mines by the League. Team Training Wheels actually banned out Sky Temple and Cursed Hollow. I love you all so much for doing this. What kind of monster bans Blackheart's Bay? Let's see. The members of Team Happy Cloud banned out Volskaya and Alterac. And there you go. That's how we got to game number 2 on Towers of Doom, everybody. I lied. Delta's here. You all beautiful. Thank you so much. Let's go ahead and get into it, everybody. I'm sure you're itching to get into game 2. Let's find out how they're going to win or lose on Towers of Doom. Alrighty, everybody. On the left-hand side, we got the... Hold on one sec. There we go. Let me also unmute myself. There, we are in game number 2. On the left-hand side, we got the members of Team Training Wheels trying to take us to game number 3. Orphe will be played by Ferocia, I think. Ramen is going to be playing the Kira. Taco Cat's going to be in the Abathur. Kimordia is going to be on the Mal'Ganis. And My Saracen is going to be on the Deckard Cain. On the right-hand side, we got the members of Team Happy Cloud. We're going to be seeing Galaxy Quest on the Jaina. We have Brett Michaels going to be on the Garrosh right there. Delta's going to be on the Ana. We have What a Pal on the Sylvanas, and Red House will be on the Dahaka. Let's go ahead and check out our level 1 quests as I make sure that all the audio stuff is good. Okay, we're all good right there. Thank you seriously so much, chat. I really do appreciate it. You are the best chat that I could ever ask for. They're probably going to win or lose by having altars and shoot. Yeah, exactly. I don't know where I was going with that. I started saying it, and I was like, that's a weird way to say that sentence. But either way, we are going to be on Towers of Doom, and let's go ahead and get the vision set up here and get an idea of what these rotations will look like, especially on the minimap too, because this is a big thing to highlight. We as the casters and we as the audience always know what everyone's doing, but being able to limit our own vision in this sense right here is also a great way to get an idea of how these players are going to be... Oh my god, excuse me, I was chugging water. How these players are going to be making decisions in between their lane rotations and who they're going to be targeting, especially in them, and just kind of guessing where the enemy team is going to be. We do see this Kira trying to put a little bit of damage onto the Ana in the backline, also going to be trying to get a lot more of those stacks on the Fatal Wounds at level 1, sitting at 40 stacks 1 minute into the game roughly out of the 200 necessary, but they are going to be going down, and that will be first blood in favor for the members of Team Happy Cloud. And something that I always like to highlight this early into the game, we've got 2 kills so far, and that's yielded 642 experience, but look at how much minion experience is really driving the total numbers right now. 2,300 on the left-hand side and 2,100 on the right. So it's just showing, it's also showing that while, yes, early game kills do get you they get you a little bit of dominance on the map. They get you a little bit of experience in the advantage department. The deficit, or I guess the deficit or the gain that you have is very minimal. Over time, that can grow, but it's just one of those things that I like to highlight. Like, if you are chasing a lot of kills early game, that's not worth it. If someone steps out and they try and make a play like that, like Kira trying to dive onto Delta right there, that was really good communication from the friendly team to say, hey, our healer's in trouble. Let's back up. Let's turn around. Let's get the kill. Kira once again going to be diving into the backline with the Abathur hat. Now going to be really putting in that damage into the front line as Ana's going to be getting slept right there, and that will be a Sylvanas being picked off. So they answer back themselves, and once again, going to jump over that experience, and we can see a 2-minute kill into the game is going to yield them almost as much as 2 early game kills. So it's just really showing how that's going to be kind of mitigated over time, and just always fun to just kind of get an idea of what those things look like, as they actually will be stealing away this camp on the right-hand side as well. But have you seen Galaxy Quest yet? Ektar, I am saving that for this weekend, don't you worry. I didn't forget about it. Like, I remember that we talked about it, and then I got off stream that night and I looked at the length of the movie and I looked at how long it was until I should go to bed, and I was like, I should be a smart adult and go to bed. So I ended up doing that, and I still haven't watched Galaxy Quest, but I will, don't you worry. You can chug water and talk at the you can chug water and talk at the same time? By the gods. It's actually me just like cycling and like these long breaths at these long pauses that I take. That's usually me chugging some water, and then the next long pause is me trying not to belch on stream. But so you lied to us a little bit, what a pal. Unfortunately, wait, saying that you'd oh no, of course I'm going to watch it. Also, Greffer and Neener, thank you so much for the follows. I very much appreciate that. Kira is going to be going down. What a pal. I will tag you on Twitter when I watch it, trust me. Or I'll tag you in Discord. I promise I will watch it. I do promise. My apologies that I haven't. You said you watched it that very night. I know. It was so very late. It was so very late. One of the good things about being an adult is that you can choose to not be an adult. That's, you know what, Carpe Feliz, you make a great point. You make a very good point. I was so excited for it, and then I was like, well, I should get sleep. I should just stayed up late. Realistically, like, no Kappa, no nothing. I apologize, what a pal. We do see that Breck Michaels and friends are going to be stepping up and trying to get a little extra damage into the enemy team, as Team Happy Cloud is doing their best to just force a couple of those initiations. They also did capitalize on 2 out of the 3 altars during that phase. They took 4 damage themselves, dealing 8 damage to the enemy team, as it looks like the Deckard Cain will hearth back to get full on mana and health, as they also need to make sure that this defense isn't going to be whittling them down too much. They're actually going to cycle back Mal'Ganis as well, as Ramen gets the clear. They do need to have a couple members go into the mid lane, and I actually just noticed that Orphe is going into Ravenous Hunger here. Not many Orpheus I see going into Ravenous Hunger, and we'll see if that scaling is going to work out with them over time. The one thing I wanted to kind of highlight is the red vision as they found themselves this Orphea. They get the toss as well as the combo from Bret Michaels, and this Garrosh is looking very, very comfortable for them. Not that the Joanna was uncomfortable looking at all in the last game, but just the toss Warbreaker, Groundbreaker combo coming out from Bret Michaels is very, very on point, and it's something to be worried about because if you're too close to that Garrosh and you're able to get that toss Warbreaker, or excuse me, Groundbreaker combo every single time, that's a very, very difficult thing to start dealing with because it's a stun into a slow into a stun. It's a rough go right there. It's a very rough go. We do see 7 talent tiers for both these teams. We are going to be having Pumpkin Sappers pushing in through the bottom lane. This is going to be Kira diving out as well. Galaxy Quest going to be taking a little bit of damage. Rama going to be trying to apply the pressure as they actually... Do they turn around and try and get Galaxy Quest killed? No, they don't, but Ramen actually might have found themselves safe. The Abathur hat will be enough for them, and this is going to be 8 to 8 in levels, as we do have a bottom lane altar up and available as well. We do see the Sylvanas going down. Do we see the Dahaka? No, that's just going to be Dahaka getting pushed around. But Kimordia, do you make it out alive? Galaxy Quest going to be getting thrown into the fray of all that. That might have been what kills them right there, as they're getting thrown around by Ramen, and Galaxy Quest tries to make their way up, but they're going to get picked off. And the Indomitable will be used by the Garrosh as they need to walk out. Delta a little bit low as well. They will get the knock-up, and that's going to be a few more stacks coming out in favor for the members of... or for that Orphea on the Ravenous Hunger, but to note, no way. Red House gets out of there with a sliver. What a throw. Galaxy Quest, you would, yeah, you got to experience that one right there. The Dahaka getting out right there is just, that is such a very, slick move, Dahaka. Yeah, I know. The other thing, too, to note is it was so very slick of them to, while the entire team was busy fighting right here, they were just like, cool, I'm going to brush Dahaka into bottom. I'll go ahead and get this channel, and that's going to be 4 more shots in our favor as, yeah, you do have the advantage in experience, and you do have a little bit more map control at this time, but they are going to be having a little bit more damage into the enemy team's core. I may or may not be salty about it still. Yo, Greffer, thank you so much for your tier 1 subscription, my friend. Enjoy your Asmo Pogs, your Finger Guns, your Baja Rages, your Gilded Beards, and all that good stuff that we have in this channel, but a lot of damage coming into 3 of the players right now. What a pal, Bret Michaels. Actually, they trade out the Mal'Ganis. Bret Michaels not down just yet. Going to be throwing Ramen through. That's going to be the Warlord's Challenge onto the 2 clones of Kira, but I don't think Bret Michaels lives through this. I cannot believe that Anna's getting enough healing out over during all that, but Garrosh does go down. The Tongue Drag doesn't connect, but Ramen's in a bit of a rough spot. They don't have, do they have, they do have Feeding Frenzy, so as long as they're getting auto attacks onto Ramen, they can get another Tongue Drag as, oh my god, Greffer, thank you so much for the 10 gifted subs. Greffer DK, thank you so much for the 10 gifted subs. Siege, Carpe Bedlam, Bean, Lupus, John Knight, Adas, Covey, Kitty Cat, Doc Greaser, and Mikey Yoon, all of you, enjoy your new emotes and your Gilded Beard. Thank you so much to Greffer DK in chat. Thank you, my dude. Thank you for all the gifted subs. You did not have to do that. I appreciate that so much. We do see that Bret Michaels will get a toss right there. Oh, the Decker King gets picked off, but they do have the Lornado currently going out as well. They're chasing further in this. That's going to be the Warlord Challenge coming out, and Orphea will be picked off, and that will be channel once again in favor for the members of Team Happy Cloud as Delta is able to grab that right there. Final strike coming out from the Kira, who's trying to get the kill onto Delta. Unfortunately, Ramen won't have enough, and they're getting a lot of value with this Abathur hat. The Sleep Dart goes out, and they go, okay, cool. Now we get the channel. Now this is ours, and we still get the 4 shots in. So this is going to be the blue side core falling down to 24 core health. I cannot thank you enough, Greffer. I seriously cannot thank you enough. Holy crap. Just all the Asmopogs. All the Asmopogs in chat. All the Pog slides. Everything in chat. Just spam it. Malavile, thank you so much for the follow as well. I apologize for murdering your name right there. Lornado will be coming out from the Decker Cane. Let's actually cycle through some of the other healing numbers, damage numbers, as well as the experience that's be coming in so far from both of these teams, and we'll look at the 13 talent tiers right after that. We do see the, Final Strike was going to be used right there, as there was the windup you heard. And it was canceled out. We see another revolving sweep coming into this. They also will be able to get the that stab right there onto a couple of the members and just going to work through that fatal wounds. Are they, yeah, they're fully stacked on the fatal wounds at level 1. So they do have that full, that's all completely done for them. Let's jump over to this vision for the red team right now, as they are going to be going for wave clear, looking for that 13 talent tier, and also just going to be setting up for, I think they need to make a defense onto this bottom lane fort, because they should be seeing the enemy team starting to pop up around it, and they don't want to be losing this out. A bottom lane fort is very, very important on Towers of Doom. because of the fact that you're able to control some of these bottom lane altar phases. And the reason I say that is because the rotation is very difficult. Lornado comes out to deny them stepping further up, and that's going to be a huge Warlord's challenge. That will be the Wailing Arrow out from Sylvanas as well. Decker Kane, the first one picked off. Mal'Ganis will be retargeted right there with the toss. They try and get the Night Rush out as well. They don't get enough members slept, and they do go down. Galaxy Quest looking for Ramen, who's going to be just trying to do the Benny Hill, just trying to pull a Benny Hill right now as Galaxy Quest is going to have to pop the Ice Block. They also get a Biter Grenade thrown onto them, and Ramen sitting in a bit of a rough spot. They should be going down right there as the bleed on so many of these units is so or so many of these heroes is so difficult. But the reason, while we have this double altar phase popping up, and I don't think they're going to make the defense for this, the reason I say that you want to control bottom lane so very much is because the fact that, for example, look at this altar right here. If you have this on the side of the red team, rotating into this is so difficult because now the only way through is with a global or like a medevac or anything, but you're only going through the lane, through these top portions, so you can expect the enemy team to only rotate a certain way. The other thing to note too is you can feed in sappers. That's going to be 3 extra core damage if you get able to get all 3 from the 2 camps over. And then you also have an extra shot coming out in your favor. A good thing to note, and you can take this in your own game, if you're unsure and you can't see the 2 numbers down here by any means, you can also count these little gems. They signify who owns what tower in what lane. But all of that aside, we have 13 talent tiers for both these teams. We are going to be seeing 15 to 36 when it comes to core health. Mal'Ganis is going to be hearthing back over I think they're just kind of just hanging out over here, just watching, making sure that they're not going to be going for boss. But the thing is, they don't care about boss. They want to do exactly what I was just talking about. They want to feed in these sappers. They want to push this in and get another 3 damage into the enemy's core. That'll take them down to 12. And the next altar phase is a triple altar phase. So if they're able to get 3 of these, or if they're able to get 2 in boss, like there's a lot of win conditions being set up on the side of Team Happy Cloud. And on a map like Towers of Doom, this is what you want to do for yourself. You want to try and get yourself in a comfortable position where you're going to be able to say, we don't have to fight over all of these. We can get like 1 or 2, we can take a good team fight, and then we could potentially end right there. A big thing to note too is the Orphea has 136 stacks on the Ravenous Hunger. Does it actually break down the damage for us? It's a bonus damage of 272 right now coming out from that Orphea when she uses the Chomp or the Ravenous Hunger right there. Ghost Bear, well, just keep watching. TH seems to be working. Oh, okay, sorry. I was trying to catch up on chat a little bit right there. Lornado will be coming out. It does force back the sappers, so they do have to, rework their way down this lane. Triple altar phase is coming up in a couple seconds. Warbreaker was finished out. That is going to be the Warlord's challenge utilized right there. The sappers are going to be not going through just yet. That was the Fatal Strike coming out as well. Can they get the kill onto one of the players is the question. They are able to clear out the sappers before they go over the wall, so they don't have that advantage right there. We do see a couple of the members getting very, very low on the side of Team Happy Cloud. They need to back up as they do get the kill onto Mal'Ganis, but they're so low from Ramen constantly putting in the damage. Meanwhile, Orphea are going to be forcing back the Dahaka. Does he go? He does this. I was wondering if this is the Dahaka play right here. So they end up getting a couple shots into the right-hand side core. Can Dahaka get the channel in time? They don't care if they go down here. They want the 4 shots into the enemy core, and that's going to be them. They get picked off. That's whatever to them, but they will be able to get the other shots from the bottom lane. So that's going to be a total of 8 shots going in. They chase Ramen. They will be able to get the kill right there. Delta and friends need to hearth back, or at least Delta does, because they're sitting on 200 and some health. But the big thing to note, boss is up and boss is able to end the game. For our boy, the legend Bahamut. Thank you so much. How did we get here? Some teams definitely put in some damage and they played, that was quite the throw. There's been a lot of throws in this game from Garrosh. They're going for it. They're going to try and fight over this. This is going to be Mal'Ganis stepping up onto the point. Orphea going to be getting a huge chomp onto the Garrosh. They get the channel in time. Ana going to be going down as well. The Nano Boost was thrown onto Galaxy Quest, but this Orphea is just putting in the damage. The pings are coming out. She doesn't get the Shadow Bolt, but she still ends up getting the kill. Whatapal goes down as well. Wow. They go for boss, and it just absolutely gets... I was looking at the Water Elemental. I was like, seriously? Water Elemental just about to kill Taco Cat? But no. They don't get that kill right there, and now we see the Orphea pushing out middle lane, and she needs to back up because she's tanking the damage right there. But I think they want to get this mid lane fort because they want to try and start the barrage themselves. Meanwhile, Mal'Ganis is they're trying to force Mal'Ganis at the top, but it's not working out just yet for them. Comeback? I think that's possible. This is going to come to 1-1. I think so. Freest comeback ever. It's It's a bold statement, Ektar. It's a bold statement. They've got 5 altars. It's going to be a double altar phase. That's 10 shots. They'll take them down to 18 if they're able to get if they get both of these altars. Looks like Dahaka and friends are going to be trying to burn down these altars in time. Yeah, they have to give these over. Or I guess they want to give these over. Let's actually look at the talents once again. So the shots end up coming through, and I think that is going to be a total of 10 barraging in. Yeah. So they don't get that one in time. They don't get mid lane in time. They don't turn over top lane at all. THC couldn't possibly lose this. This is Towers of Doom. Like, I've seen many a games go to, you know, I've seen them go from 4 to 38 to, or, you know, 4 to some ridiculous number to, oh, that's a nice carry. Okay. Gonna use the Carrion Swarm just to get a little bit of healing back, but that actually ends up putting them in the range for the Garrosh for the Warlord's Challenge, everything being thrown out, and it was a very ambitious Carrion Swarm right there, as they do convert the bell towers back over on both sides, so it's going to be left side back over, so you have 3 on the left side. You can actually count them on those little gems right there, as noted before. And this is still going to be game potentially ending right here if the members of Team Happy Club get this single altar. Boss is up in the next 3 minutes, so they don't really need to worry about that till 8 minutes and 30 seconds of the game, roughly. Yeah, like Towers of Doom is definitely like an anybody's game, and that's the reason why I personally love this as a second or third map in a best of 3 series. It's like in a best of 5, 7, whatever. Like last map, that's always my jam. Like if it's a game 5 map, a game 7 map, Towers of Doom is always the most entertaining to me in that right. We do see that they are going to be picking up their 20 talent tier in favor for the members of Team Training Wheels, and I'm a little surprised that they're not forcing the situation in bottom lane right now. They're actually going to be going for the sappers in top, while they will be making their way into bottom. This mule will be coming down, but before it even gets value, I think it's going to be killed. Yeah, there you go. You see it instantly being taken down. Abathur does have hat on the core. Or onto the fort right there. Orphea will be trying to put a combo onto Dahaka, but they are able to use the tunneling claws to get out of there, and they're going to be able to convert this bell tower over. They will be able to get one of these minions, and that will push them into 20 themselves. Do they have, let's see, yeah, they'll be able to snap pick all these, and that's going to be Ramen actually down here by themselves. Taco Cat going to be going for the clone onto said player, but they go ahead and use the Warlord's Challenge. They get the Kira picked off immediately with the Wailing Arrow as well. That's going to be Galaxy Quest thrown out. Ice Block will be used. Night Rush won't be getting the value, but I think the Fell Claw should be enough. They throw them out once again, and they end up getting the Orphea trade out in the backline, but Delta's so very low, will be getting picked off as well. Meanwhile, they think they were trying to just deny the channel right there as Red House. Oh, that's a very good Carrion Swarm, and they're just trying to deny the healing coming out from it. The Banshees just to get away from them as well, or even get near the Decker Cane, but while that was happening, they are able to clear out the clone, and it's a 2-for-2 trade thus far. Isolation goes out onto the Decker Cane. Red House going to be trying to put the damage onto them, trying to force them off and at least get rid of that healing. Abathur Hat's going to be there onto one of the players. They're looking at the Decker Cane, and now that's going to be just the Mal'Ganis on this point. With the Abathur Hat, they managed to find themselves the Sylvanas pickoff, but this is still going to be all of these infinite potions that they're fighting underneath, and that's just where Mal'Ganis is able to consistently just heal up and be fine. Like, it's so difficult to... Yeah, they can't really fight over this too well. Tongue drag. This is such a just... Does Dahaka have Feeding Frenzy as well? Yes, they do. Toss goes over the wall. Spray's gonna be there. Tongue drag as well. Yeah, as long as if they have Feeding Frenzy, as long as they get these autos in. They're going for the channel. I think they just forfeit this. Final Strike goes out as well. Ooh, the Indomitable is used, and they end up going down. They get the pick onto Garrosh, and that staggered death is not what you want to be seeing, but it's only 3 shots in, so it's going to be 4 to 15 when it comes to core health. Mal'Ganis too strong? No, it's like, look at all of these potions, and it's infinite potions as well. That's such a hard thing to be fighting over, as they do get the conversion of this bottom lane bell tower, but do they find themselves a flank? That's going to be the Tongue Drag going out, but it doesn't connect. This is going to be Dahaka in a bit of a rough spot. They do use the Talon Claws. That's going to be the Nano Boost onto the Jaina, who's just being CC'd consistently, so not able to get the burst out that they're looking for, and that's just going to be, I think, 1 Blizzard coming out in total from them during that entire phase. Red House, can they make it out alive? This bell tower is about to convert back over, so they need to get away from underneath it, and it seems like they're just going to continually fight underneath it as Red House. Are you going to be able to make it out alive? Oh, they do make it out alive on the left-hand side, but Jaina does go down on the right, and they force this back, and they have 3 sappers coming in here. The members of Team Training Wheels, they're keeping this game alive. 1 more sapper does go over. 14 core health to 4. Double altar phase will be coming up here. Another set of sappers will be picked up. They do have the bell tower in the top right, bell tower in the middle, and the bell tower in the top left. These will actually, I don't think this will take it out. It's going to be very low, and the archer will be close, but they need to convert this back over, so at least it's 4-4. They don't want to be taking 5 core shots if they lose both of these, and then it ends up being a 4-4 game. What a great match. Seriously? Neutrons, this is such a very good match. This is such a great Towers of Doom game. Boss in a minute? 18 minutes and 30 seconds, I think. No, excuse me. Yeah, no, so it was a minute ago. Whoopsie. I'm loving this. I'm glad you're loving this. This is a very, very good best of 3 series that we have on our hands right now. I'm honestly, I don't know who wins it. I don't know any of that. What if Towers was the only map? Oh, these would be so. That'd be a lot of games on Towers of Doom. Obviously, we do see them going for the channel on the left-hand side. Orphea will be able to have that, and they know that as well. They need to force the fight right now while it's 5v4, even more so because the Abathur hasn't used clone and doesn't have it for the next 5 seconds. Jaina will be getting the nano boost right there, and they're going to be trying to just get this damage in, but that's going to be Mal'Ganis constantly putting out so much damage. Crushing Jaws coming in. That's going to be the pull in as well, and Jaina does go down right there, and they're looking for more. That's going to be the channel out. They get both of those, and it's going to be a 4-2 game. They go over for boss. There's no, they take us to game 3. Are they really taking us to game 3 right now? Like, I don't think that there's a way that they stop this. Dahaka doesn't have a contagion or anything. Like sleep, yeah. I don't think you're going to be getting a. You're not going to be denying it. The GGs were thrown out, and it looks like the members of Team Training Wheels, they're going to be taking us to a game number 3. Let's find out what we get for game number 3. That was such a good game number 2. What's up, Hyper Mike? Raydeen as well, how are you? Let's go ahead and jump over to our score. Show some of that number. Oh, that number. Oh, those good numbers right there for you. Yo, Zergy! Thank you so much.
I will follow you to the end of the
Seriously, I don't deserve that. Thank you so much. Contender, Ridaria, Simply Hebby, Family Cat, and Sam Account X. Enjoy your Asmopogs, your finger guns, your Baja Rages, your Oh My Gods, and your Gilded Beard. Thank you so much. I seriously appreciate the support. I can't thank you enough. Seriously. Oh, thank you so much, friend. Thank you.
I will follow you to the end of the world.
I don't have words. Like I can't thank you enough. Like thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for everyone who's currently watching the games and trying to help us push towards Twitch partner. We are working our way to that 75 average viewership, so we can get you some better transcoding, some better emotes, and just more streams. That's all it is. Because once we get to Twitch partner, that means that we just don't have to limit ourselves and just here's the Stormcast, and we can break into other realms as well, and we can just get you more beautiful games in front of your faces. But we're gonna load into game 3 here as we also get all of these subs. And seriously, thank you so much, Zergy Monster. I appreciate that. I honestly can't thank you enough. Neutrons, hello. Cassie aside, thank you so much for the follow, but are you serious, Neutrons? Is that real?
This cosmic dance of bursting decadence and withheld permissions
thank you all so much.
All our arms collectively, but if sweetness can win, and it can, then I'll still be here tomorrow to high-five you yesterday.
I have no words.
Peace.
You are all. Go tell your mom.
Great casting, and
hey,
also
Mom, look
thank
how
you for
look how many people love me online.
Too smiley face.
Savage, thank you for the follow as well. I really appreciate that. You are all. The support tonight. Thank you all so much. Like, get the camera. Let me get you a little bit closer. Hold on. There you go. That's a little bit better for Bandit camera as well. Seriously though, thank you so much. I really appreciate all the support this evening. I can't thank you. Darkshear. Thank you so much for the subscription as well, my friend. Thank you, thank you. Thank you all so much. Let's go ahead and get into this game number 3. It's not our final game. We've got Discord replays after this, but let's go ahead and jump on into it. I can't thank you enough. Also, before we get into this, Solin, thank you for the follow. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Game number 3 of our best of 3 series. Here we go. On the left-hand side, we got the members of Team Training Wheels. Sorry to fix my mic. There we go. On the left, we have the side of Team Training Wheels. We've got my Surasim going to be on the Aria. We are going to be having Ferocia going to be on the Alex Straza. Double support right there. Taco Cat on the Lucio. Triple support right there. Kimdori is going... Kimdori. I'm sorry, I murdered your name all night. But is going to be on the Vala. And then the solo lane 4th support will be Ramen on the Rhaegar. On the right-hand side, also oh my god, up 1 in our best of 3 series, Team Happy Cloud. We're going to be having Red House on the Malthael. We are going to be having What a Pal on... I'm so happy right now. We're going to be having an Asmodan being played by What a Pal. We have Galaxy Quest on the Hanzo. We have Delta on the Tyrande, and Brett Michaels will be on the main tank Uther. We have Greed chosen for the Asmodan. They're going to be going for... It's just, I guess this is just push power. This is really all it offers. It doesn't only offer push power, but it offers a ton of push power, and we'll see what kind of value they get from said Greed at level 1. But either way, me personally, I'm that auto attack build boy. Wait a minute. That's quite a few supports. Tank Vala? I can dig it. Yeah, it's Tank Vala. Absolutely. Savage Gopher also, thank you for the 2 months of support. Thank you for the resub with the tier 1 subscription. Savage Gopher in here as well. I appreciate that, my friend, as we got into this game. I just want to check up onto top lane. Choke up onto top lane. Yeah, there we go. We're just going to be able to check out this top lane matchup. And between these two players, this will be an interesting matchup because the fact that Malthael does really, really well into high percentage health heroes, but a Rhaegar who can heal themselves is going to... I mean, you know, typically you have like Blaze as well, and they have self-sustain as well as like a Leoric or something, but this is going to be an interesting matchup for this top lane. Brett Michaels, seriously, stop. I'll resend your alert afterwards. Thank you so much for the $10, dude. Thank you so much, Brett Michaels. You did not have to. I don't deserve this. That 4 support meta, yeah. That is a very, very... I actually, you know, I've seen a couple teams pull off the 4 supports and a hyper carry and work out pretty well with it. But, you know, main tank Vala, we'll see how that works out for them, as this is also going to be... I believe this is auto-attacked Vala with the Hot Pursuit at level 1 right there, and just going to be trying to burn into the enemy hero. But main tank Vala stepped a little too close, and the Nexus Force is a little too OP. We'll be getting the first blood in favor for the members of Team Happy Cloud. I've never seen 4 supports in your life? Oh, really? Okay. Wait. 4 supports is... Rudely stunned Vala, yes. Okay, I've caught up on chat. Let's actually get into the game here. We are going to be seeing Red House, and it's just still going to be Red House and Ramen in top lane. I just want to jump up here as much as possible because this is... We never get to see solo lane. It's always fun to highlight this as much as possible. Bottom lane is going to be having a little bit of a back and forth here, but I don't expect anyone to go down outside of actually Taco Kid. Oh, the Sentinel almost sniped him right there, as I almost ate my words when it came to calling out who's dying right there. But we do have the Immortal spawning here in the next 17 seconds. Lucio and friends should break off and go for the Bruiser camp on the left-hand side. I'd expect them to do the same on the right, but they might just go for the Hearths, and yeah, they just go straight up for the mana as well as the health, and then maybe they just send What a Pal for this? Gonna be going into the Army of Hell as well, so they're gonna be going for the double demons, and they just having that extra siege potential when it actually comes out, as well as the greed on top of all of that. So it's a lot of great synergies coming out right there. If Rhaegar doesn't pick cleanse, it's over. I believe Rhaegar is the only one on the team who would have a cleanse. You're right on that, actually. As a non-support main, I don't think of these things until like later in the game. I'm just like, well, why didn't they get out of that situation? Level 7 talents? Oh no! But let's pull away the talents really quickly, as they are going to be trying to initiate over this red Immortal. Dunk going to be coming in from the Asmodan as well, going to be forcing them back a little bit, and that is going to be the Alex Strauss Dragon Queen popped. Taco Cat will get the wall ride right out of there, making sure that they're going to be safe right there, but they found themselves a Vala, and that is going to be the main amount of siege being removed, or I guess even just the race potential being removed. Ramen could do some decent damage as a Rhaegar, but it's not like they're going to be able to burn through this. Granted, they do get the halfway phase in their favor on the side of Team Training Wheels, and now it's going to be pure race between the two teams. Question is, who's going to be winning it? Hanzo did go into the quote-unquote Hanzo build for this map. They're going to be going to that simple geometry for the quick burn onto that one. We do see Vala actually going into Creed of the Hunter at level 4. Not going to be going into the questing talent for the... Excuse me. I think it was actually level 1 for the Monster Hunter, or for the Puncturing Arrow at level 1, and then the Monster Hunter as well for the extra damage from that. And typically that's what we see, but I think this is just they're trying to go for just pure auto attack race damage. What a pal! Seriously, stop. Thank you so much for the $5. Thank you. I don't have words for all of you. I don't know what to say, but thank you so much. Seriously. We do see the blue Immortal going to be going over in favor for the members of Team Training Wheels. I might have called that wrong initially, but that's going to be Malthiel getting picked off as I think they were chasing around a couple members. But overall, they do pick off the... Because I was like, why is it going into top lane if they just got the fort down? But I wasn't looking at the map correctly. So my apologies if I said it wrong. Team Training Wheels has the first Immortal of the game. Team Happy Cloud will be able to get the fort in top lane, and that also pushes them into 7 talent tier as well. And it looks like the Rhaegar and the Azmodan are going to be battling out in the bottom lane for right now. Azmodan going to be picking up the laser. I don't know what this is. Master Destruction at level 7, because I honestly never pick up any of the laser talents anymore. What a pal being what a pal. Seriously, thank you so much again, my friend. And same Brett Michaels as well. Like, thank you so much. I really can't thank you enough. Is it league rule to meme in the third game? Yes, I think Nexus Gaming Series needs to make a season 8 rule that game 3s are all meme games. You can't take them seriously. It just comes down to pure whoever accidentally wins the game. They are going to be pinging this camp down here, and they're going to be going for that pressure right there. Galaxy Quest, thank you so much for the 500 bits, my friend. Stop. Thank you so much. They are going to be stepping up on this Vala as well, trying to force them further back into the lane. And then, ooh, nice stun going to be coming out from the Uther. They're going to be continuing to push up in this lane. What a pal going to be sitting at 91 stacks on that Azmodan, slowly working through those as well. Once they get there, they're going to be having a lot of siege value right there. As Taco Cat will be able to get the push off right there. We do see Uther with the cleanse, but Rhaegar not seeing a cleanse on the Wolf Boy right there. As the Flame Buffet, I believe it is, excuse me, Flames of Fury is going to be almost finished out, and that's going to be just a lot of damage. I think it's cooldown reduction when they actually finish it. Yeah. And so you're actually able to get Dragon Queen cooldown right there. A Lunar Flare going to be going out. They won't connect. They're sitting on 5 stacks of that Lunar Blaze as well out of the 20 necessary. Galaxy Quest did finish out the the Simple Geometry at level 1. They also do have the Never Outmatched at 7, as well as the Serrated Arrows, and so it's going to, I think Serrated Arrows is at 7. No, it's Serrated Arrows at 4, but that's going to be the whole race kit for that Hanzo. Granted, they also do need to hit enemy heroes to get cooldown reductions. That is the thing that did change when they did have that change onto Hanzo ages ago of how that actually worked. Landing raw flare on someone is ultimate flex. Oh, hold on. Oh, Rama gonna be putting... Okay, they're gonna be fine for now. It's just like, I always get worried with all the burst damage, but I'm like, oh wait, there's 3 other supports to keep them safe. As you can see, like, they constantly get Raman's health down very low, and then just gets filled right back up. Hanzo gets the agility over the wall. Kimdora is going to be trying to get the vault forward, and Galaxy Quest is able to make it out, and Tyrande gets picked off right there. The 4 supports and an assassin's working out right now, but there is to note, there is going to be the Impaler camp and a catapult in this top lane that needs to be dealt with. 10 talent here is not too far away for the members of Team Happy Cloud as well. Team Training Wheels needs to be a little weary of that factor that's going to be popping up soon, and if they get that last rights value, they might be able to really start to just chunk into some of these health pools that, like for example Taco Cat right now, they might be able to, without their 10 talents here, definitely be able to get a kill right there, as that's going to be so much damage on the Malthiel before they even get the last rights available. Didn't even go to last rights, went into the Tormented Souls, but Ariel does get traded out. Sentinel going to be coming out from the Tyrande. It will be connecting on to the Alexstrasza Hanzo with the arrow, double Lunar Flare. That is going to be the Divine Storm as well. Huge lockdown coming out, and they pick up 3 more kills. They move over to the Immortal, and that's going to be Uther staying behind, going for the defense. This is a smart move. This is what you want to be doing on your friendly team. I'm going to pretend like we didn't see that 10 talent. Oh, man. We have Demonic Invasion. This is why you pick Cleanse. Those heroes had a family. They actually do manage to tag the camp on the right-hand side as well, and so they'll be able to push that in, and they'll, well, excuse me, have this top lane pressure while they also still have this Impaler. And this opened up the top lane a little bit. They got some decent value so far in the top lane. You had to? All right. Let's see what value you get with Demonic Invasion. I mean, the siege potential from it, I absolutely see the siege potential from it. Me personally, I'm just Tide Sin Boy. Either way. Immortal will have his shielding completely ripped through already, as they do have quite a bit of a health pool still being... It's still up and available. They're going to be trying to dive in. That will be the Bloodlust from the Rhaegar as well. So much damage is going to be coming out as they also use the Cleansing Flame. I do believe we did see a lockdown from the Uther right there, as they have the Hanzo arrow as well for the AoE stun. Rhaegar goes down. Malthael traded out. 1 for 1 so far. Immortal still attacking this fort. That's a Divine Storm as the fort does go down. Laser going to be on the Taco Cat. That destruct. It's going to be the explosion they needed. They pick off the Ariel as well with the arrow from Hanzo. That scatter arrow getting so much value. Lunar Flare connecting onto the Alexstrasza Dragon Queen form as well, as Whatapal getting a little bit low, needs to back off, and they managed to do so just fine. Lucio didn't go cleanse either. I have to talk with Team Training Wheels. I mean, because isn't High Five a cleanse? Right? I mean, you don't need cleanse if the enemy team just dies every time. It is? Yes, it is. Okay, thank you. Because I mean, you don't need a cleanse if you win every team fight. that's what my healer friends would say to me. I'm like, but what if they mosh me? No, they just if you kill the ETC, I'm like, but what? This is why we lose all the fights. False. I just like to see just the giant false in chat. We are going to be having the Azmodan pinging this top lane. It looks like Brett Michaels is going to be the vision that we're looking at right now. We'll cycle through some of the other numbers in a minute. I want to look at the 13 talent tiers for both teams, as Azmodan did finish out the first 200 stacks for the Gluttony. Excuse me, the green. Gluttony is the purple one. And then Wrath is the green one for the auto attacks. But 13 talents will be around the corner, and they're just trying to open up bottom lane a little bit further. And while they say, cool, like, you can take a fort, we're going to go for your keep in top lane. We want consistent catapult pressure. That's going to be the excuse me, not together. I mean, Demonic Invasion coming out, follow up CC after CC onto the Rhaegar, and they're going to be able to burn them down right there. And now they take out the top lane fort. They've stepped back. This is Immortal spawning. Here's the thing. Immortal will go to the most well-defended lane, so if they manage to get this Immortal, it will be going into bottom lane. Meanwhile, in bottom, they actually have Vala pushing this up further and further. This is a little bit risky. They do need to back off, and they need to make sure that they're not going to get basically collapsed upon in the bottom lane. They will be able to hearth out before anyone's able to get here, and that will get them full on mana. Immortals will be spawning on the safe side for both these teams, so they're going to have to be a little on the aggressive for to try and burn these down. And you can already see that posturing was coming out as they whittled down a little bit. Core is going to be attacked by the double Impaler camp coming through, and Ramen has to get the clear right there. Well, they can see that the enemy does have a member on the core. We have the vision for the red team. They know that Rhaegar's coming back, and they were just trying to step up during that phase. And so they say, you know, you're kind of on a time bomb. You need to deal with that core at some point, and we'll take advantage then. Until then, we're going to back off. We're going to poke here and there, and we're going to whittle down the Immortal as best as we can from a distance. I just want to cycle through to someone who doesn't have a questing talent at level 1. There. Oh my God, everyone has questing talents. There we go. Rhaegar doesn't. Okay, Immortal phase is just, they're going for the defense, and now they step back up onto the enemy team. They still have a catapult going over that core. That's also going to be the Bloodlust, and we also see the Tormented Souls used by Malthael. Not going to get a ton of value, as Taco Cat will be on the far side of this huge arrow from the Hanzo. Going to get a great amount of stun right there, as I think it was a 2-second stun on top of the Uther. Divine Storm, they're just locking him down. Demonic Invasion will be coming out as well. Crystal Aegis was used by the Ariel, and Ariel does end up going down right afterwards. We do see the Dragon Queen form being popped by the Alexstrasza as they're trying to make their way out of this, and the laser from the Azmodan is not going to be enough. That, oh, the Hanzo uses the agility over the wall but doesn't go down. We do see the Alexstrasza getting dunked on right there as they do trade out their, I believe, their Malthael, and so now they jump back onto this Immortal, and they're going to try and burn this down as best they can without their Hanzo. But it's just Tyrande, Uther, and this Azmodan, who doesn't look like they're going to be able to get too much damage in. Actually, that was a very good dunk, and you're going to get some AoE onto a couple, but this All Shall Burn is not going to be finding a kill, and Whatapal might be in a rough spot as Delta's just trying to auto and heal, and do as much as they can, but I don't think it's going to work out for them as they dunk right there, and yeah, they don't get another healing, and an Azmodan gets staggered out right there as the Immortal phase is still happening. And the other thing to note too is we have catapults on core. They're going to get cleared out, but this will be, I think, the halfway phase, because I don't think the halfway phase was triggered just yet.
I must find another way.
Oh, excuse me. Hanzo will be able to grab this camp on the right-hand side, just trying to put some extra pressure into the lane while we are going to be having the Immortal phase. It looks like they're just going to be giving this over. Delta going for this on the right-hand side. Yeah, they need to make sure that Hanzo gets over here, and they at least want to mitigate some of the shielding coming in, because the enemy, the shielding that you get for your Immortal is from the enemy's health bar. And honestly, if they didn't go for this camp on the right-hand side, this would have been their Immortal, I think.
Victory through
Kymo chips and we do our homework. Ooh. I don't like that you took her away from me in our match. I hate to think what Tyrande would have done for you with that Butcher pick. Ooh. Tyrande Butcher is a great duo. Asmodan sitting at 281 stacks right now. Excuse me. 281 stacks right now. Starfall was used as well. It's a bit of a zoning tool, but it might have been a little bit early right there, and they will be able to burn through this Immortal pretty effectively. But I think they could have held off on that Starfall just a touch longer if it just may have forced back the enemy team. Either way, they're not going to lose out too much. They still have catapults mounting in bottom lane. They're going to push that top a little bit as well. Hanzo with the arrow, follow up Lunar Flare onto the Malthael with the Tormented Souls. We do see the Divine Storm coming out as well. That's going to be the Rhaegar with the Bloodlust, and they get picked off immediately in this fight. Taco Cat going to be targeted here as they also whip the Demonic Invasion coming in. Auto attacks raining in as the Dunks do come in as well. Malthael going to steal away another kill. Hanzo over the wall looking for that damage onto this Alexstrasza, and they need to back off a little bit. Dragon Queen form will be popped as they're still stepping further forward onto this. That will be the All Shall Burn onto this Vala, who is going to be pumping out that damage, but not going to be able to find a kill just yet. 68,000 damage from that Vala right there. It's actually, on the note of damage, we've seen talents for quite some time. We'll look at the 16s fully. We just don't have the Lucio and the Rhaegar 16 talents just picked up, but we'll be able to see those in just a moment here. My team only disbands if I win more coin flips than I lose. Of course. My friend says your team disbanded because if you lose your team is done forever. No, I mean, yeah, I think the Gilly Sharks did one season of Heroes Lounge and that was about it. And that was like half of a Gilly Sharks roster. Hanzo Arrow going to be going right through right there, but they still pick off the Rhaegar in this engagement as they are going to be stealing away the camp as well. Immortals will be spawning in 18 seconds here. Dunk's gonna be raining out as well. Bad joke. Oh, okay. I'm just picking and choosing what I'm reading in chat, and I just see stuff, and I'm just like, all right, let's just scroll up. But yeah, no, Heroes Lounge is good stuff, but sometimes people need a break, and I do like that they are kind of like staggering each other out, like they're all kind of lining up in an order, and so there's a little bit of a break in between everything for everybody. I think there's like one more week, and then North America for Heroes Lounge starts up, which will be nice at least on my end as well, because that gives more time for playoff stuff. Either way, catapults will be mounting in top lane. We do see the Immortals spawning here as well. Going to be on the race potential side for both teams, meaning that it's going to be on the aggressive side. So you have blue on the red side, red on the blue side. Closer to the cores are Nexuses, if you will, and so they're going to be going for their is it Nexi? Nexuses? Nexus? I think it's just Nexus is the plural for Nexus. Either way, they do have the 20 talent tiers approaching. We also do see this top lane mounting, and they need to deal with this very, very soon. This is going to be something that could potentially be a problem as they like is what you want to do here on the side of Team Happy Claws is just drag this out as long as possible. I mean, on the left-hand side, that's going to be great for them because they can sustain through it. That's also going to be the Divine Storm, Malthael diving in with the Tormented Soul as well. Bloodlust is going to be popped out. That also will be Ramen with the Crystal Aegis, but they end up getting picked off as well as the Lucio right there. And now they step further forward into this. That's going to be Catapult still on core in the top lane. This is going to be Red House is going to be going down. The dunk goes out. They don't get the kill. That will be the Cleansing Flame, getting a lot of great healing out for the friendly members, as this is going to be Vala trying to put in the damage, and they're having a bit of a struggle with this, but meanwhile the rest of the friendly team is just going to be going for the race, throwing out these dunks periodically from Wadapal, sitting at 359 stacks on the Globe of Annihilation. Did finish out that baseline quest, so they do have that extra push power from the Summoned Demons as well as the Lieutenants, and that will pair well into the Demonic Invasion as well, that they literally just popped to try and finish out the rest of this, which is a bit of a smart move right there, as they will be able to pick off the Vala. Nice play right there, as they are going to be getting a bit of damage onto the Ariel. The GGs are actually already called as the Ariel gets picked off. They're chasing in onto the Alexstrasza, who gets the healing circle off as well. Does Hanzo have one more arrow? That's the scatter arrow, and that will confirm it right there. We do see that the Immortal is going to be going into the top lane, and the GGs continue to come out. Winnie the Pooh, how you doing, friend? Thanks for coming by. 20 talent tier here. Oh my god, the double Lunar Flare. Break it down was used. Ooh. Hanzo with a huge arrow as well. Can they stagger out another couple deaths? Immortals here. Very, very well shielded. This could be game ending. It's a hard spot to be in, plus the defense is a little on the weaker side for the members of Team Training Wheels with only the Vala as the main clear, but they start to step up onto the core. Mortal will be attacking from range as it does have it shielding right there. Whatapal went into Trample at level 20, so that will reposition them a little bit better. The first time I actually ever seen that and used or picked up in a game, even my, like, I don't even think I've ever even taken it, but that is going to be core going down in game number 3, and the members of Team Happy Cloud take the series in a 2-1 fashion. GG. Well played.